Hi, I'm Chef Stevie and welcome to A Fresh Take. Today we're going to redo an ice cream sundae. So I don't know about you, but I love ice cream. And if it's a sundae, it's even better, but it's not exactly the healthiest thing to snack on all the time. So I'm going to show you how to make a one ingredient ice cream and some healthy toppings so that you can make your own sundae. So first what you want to do is probably the day before, or just keep some bananas in your freezer. You can use them in smoothies, you can use them to make this ice cream. It's really good use for when they're getting a little too ripe to eat fresh. So just cut it up, put it in your freezer, and so we're going to put this banana in the food processor. We're just going to pulse it, and then we're just going to let it go till it gets nice and creamy. Pulse it to break it up. And once it breaks up, you just let it go. Look how creamy that is. Just like ice cream. So it's kind of like soft serve ice cream right now. You could store it in the freezer and it would get a little harder, but because it's not actual dairy product, you would want to let it sit out for a couple of minutes before you try to scoop it. So I'm just going to go and put this in our dessert dish. That was one ingredient. Now, of course, it's banana flavor. If you wanted, you could add some frozen strawberries and have strawberry banana. You could put a little cocoa powder, make chocolate. So anything healthy that you wanted to add to the bananas, when they're almost done, just put that in that food processor and you can make all kinds of flavors. So now we're going to make a little chocolate syrup to go on top. Store-bought. So now I'm going to make a homemade chocolate sauce to go on our sundae. Store-bought ones usually have high fructose corn syrup. I'm going to use honey. You can use agave nectar, maple syrup, molasses. That'll be a little strong, but brown rice syrup, any of those natural liquid sweeteners. So just put a little bit of honey in your bowl. And then start with a little bit of cocoa powder. Blend it in, and if you need more, you can add more. If you start with a lot, you're gonna be breathing cocoa powder. So just put a little bit and just kind of mix it up with your fork. And if you're using honey, honey's going to be thicker than agave syrup. You can add just a tiny bit of water so that you get a pourable consistency. So now I'm going to make an easy non-dairy whipped cream. It's based with coconut milk. So when you buy your can of coconut milk, store it in the freezer, either for a few hours or overnight. When you take it out of the freezer, do not shake it up, and then when you open it, you should have the thick part of the coconut milk has risen to the top. So take your spoon and just kind of scrape that off the top. Mine hasn't quite been frozen long enough, but you see the thick part that's right here on the can. That's what you're going to have, probably about down to here. And then you can save the rest for a smoothie or something. Just add a tiny bit of vanilla. And if you want any sweetener, you can add a tiny bit of whatever you used for your chocolate syrup. You can also store this in the freezer for a little while and it will get even harder and thicker. And then we'll just spoon that on top of our ice cream sundae. A little whipped cream. And then we just need to add a few chopped nuts, any kind that you want. And I'm going to top it with a real cherry, not those Day-Glo red maraschino cherries. You can add any kind of fruit you want to this. You can make pureed berries if you want a berry sauce instead of chocolate. And this is healthy enough you can even eat it for breakfast. So there you go, an ice cream sundae. So good. So if you want this recipe, go to chefstevie.com, and thanks for joining me on A Fresh Take.